Yeah, and I think we have to take the term for what it is, right? Mm-hmm. It's not love missiling. It's not a love sniper.
Right.
It's a love bomb.
Yes.
Less precise, bigger blast radius to cover everything it possibly could. In 3 hours, somebody buying you a Louis Vuitton purse, they ain't even know what you like, what you don't like.
Yeah.
If you really like it, they are doing such a grand gesture that they feel like no matter what you do like, no matter what you may dislike or may be into or not into, that what they're doing should cover the radius of what it seems like or what it looks like or feels like if somebody really cares about you and wants to get to know you and wants to build something with you. It's not precise.
Yeah.
It's truly in the name. It's a bomb.
It's a bomb.
It's not supposed to be very specific in how it's always presented. It's there to be so overwhelming.
Yes.
That it covers every corner of doubt that you might have that this person is not there for you. Hey guys, welcome back to Real Love Scenario.
You better take it down, Dre.
Whoa.
Okay.
Because we dropping bombs today.
Yes, boy, that was good.
You like that teaser?
I like it.
Welcome back to Real Love Scenario. Shout out to all our real lovers out there. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all the things that are free to you but mean a lot to us. Leave reviews, subscribe, follow us on Apple and Spotify. Do all the things because Rhonda and I are dedicating our time and giving gems. So we appreciate if you join the Real Lover gang because you want to be here. Thank you. And we're excited to jump into this next relationship topic. And I kind of teased it earlier, but Rhonda, what are we talking about here today?
Oh boy, we talk about one of my favorite subjects, but I low-key hate the word. I hate the term. If you've been here, you know this. Listen, are we okay with grand gestures on week 2? Or is that feeling like we need to be looking a bit more into that? Is that too much or is it just enough? We are talking about love bombing.
Yes, we are.
Another catchphrase that has picked up a lot of steam in recent years. And we're going to break it down.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
You ready for this? Okay. Let me just get it out of the way why I am not a big fan of the phrase. It has nothing to do with the phrase because it is what it is. Words are words. They mean something. It is the overuse of it. I think that's just like, I had a run with narcissists like that. It was like, my God, everything and everybody is a damn narcissist. Everything, everybody. And the same thing with love bombing. Everything is love bombing. Everything. It's just like, oh God, please. It's enough already. So that's really what it's about. But love bombing is probably, from my perspective, one of the scariest things to experience in dating because it is positive behavior that is not actually good. And those types of things are like, they could just throw you for a loop. You really don't know what you're supposed to be getting from that if you don't know what you're looking at or you don't know how to decipher it. So that's why we're here to help you today, because I've been love bombed for sure. I've been love bombed before. I've never done love bombing. So thankfully we finally got an episode where I didn't actually do the thing.
Do the thing.
Yes. But yes, why are you excited to jump into this subject?
Oh man, because I think it's such a big thing now, and I may be wrong, but it seems like it happens to women more than it happens to men.
Yes.
Right. And I've had homegirls who I advise and say, hey, this is what's happening. It don't seem right, but it has happened. So I want to make sure we cover this topic to make sure it don't happen to anybody else again.
That's so true.
And you know what things to look for.
Yes. Now listen, dating, we want to be treated nicely, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You want to feel all the feelings. You want to feel like this person is into you. And that includes showing up. That includes being consistent with calls, texts, whatever it is that you do, dates. You want consistency. And who doesn't like gifts, right? Like we all like to receive nice things. That if somebody's spending their money on you, it's like, okay, like they definitely like me. But there is a such thing as too much too soon. And that's it's kind of cornerstone of love bombing. It's not so much about the actions themselves. It is the time frame in which these things are happening. And it's the potential undertone of, did you even deserve this? Have you even earned all of this attention and all of this love and all of this financial commitment from this person? That is where you should be able to know, like, I've known you for 3 days. Why am I getting all these things? Why am I getting a $5,000 cash app to pay my rent? And listen, it can be very enticing. Who wants to give back? My mother, in fact, has always said, you don't give back no money now. It's always been a little thing my mom has said, but it can be genuine. But for the most part, most people aren't going to do that. Even people who can do that aren't going to do that with a basic stranger just to prove that they like them, or just to prove that they love them. And I'm using air quotes for love because, again, when we're talking about too much too soon, it's nothing for a man that like actually loves you, knows you, has spent time with you, is in a relationship with you to do such things, right? But it takes time to love someone.
Well, that's the point of the manipulation, is that it needs to mirror
love.
And that's what, when people always talk about, even in the Bible, Satan, evil, all that stuff like that, it's like, we in our minds in this society and in America, and just as humans, we have made evil, especially when it comes to cinema and things we see on TV and reading books, so obvious, right? Devil with the horns, right? It's dark colors, red and black and all those things like that, to where evil in real life is most effective when it resembles good.
Yes.
Because it's hard to differentiate one from the other. And that's essentially what is at play here, is that it is there to resemble somebody who cares, somebody who wants to be with you, somebody who's being intentional with you, when in reality is trying to manipulate you into believing something that is actually not. So that's why it's important for you to first start with yourself, because that's where we got to start.
Every time.
When it comes to love bombing, start with yourself, because the only way it works is if you're vulnerable enough to believe it. It's basically scamming. That's what it is. It's basically scamming. That's what
basically it is. Scamming. It's true.
It's like, you got to be real with yourself. It's like, I remember I got an email, and I'm in the podcasting space. I run a network for Urban One, and I got an email from Spotify that was like, hey, we love everything that you're doing, blah, blah, blah. We actually have a role that we designed just for you in the marketing space, and blah, 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 blah. As a marketing director, here are the different things and requirements and all the stuff like that. And then I looked at it and I was just like, huh? Right. Like, it was flattering at first, because I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, I don't know, like, maybe I should I don't know, this is cool. But then something seemed off, and then I went to Sade, aka ChatGPT, and I copied the message. I was like, "What you think about this?" And it was like, "Oh yeah, there are obvious signs that this is not real thing.
Not real,
right?" It's like they didn't address you by name. It was very vague in how it presented things. It wasn't very personal. It didn't speak to actually things that you have done in your work and all this stuff like that. But I'm like, who falls victim to things like this? And it's those people who have that inflated view of themselves, or they have this thing in their mind that they're like so deserving of this early love, or that they're deserving in this situation from a work standpoint of like, I've achieved so much. Of course, somebody would be
reaching out to me and designed a position just for
specifically for me. And it's like, no, it's a scam, but it only works if you yourself aren't seeing things for the reality that it actually is. It's like, I know friends that have gotten love bombed. I've told certain friends that I feel like this person is love bombing you. Y'all went on a first date and this person bought you a Louis Vuitton purse. For $4,000.
Yes.
That doesn't happen. I'm trying to tell you, I've talked to a lot of people in relationships. I talked to a lot of people married. It's like, especially you guys aren't even playing on that level. It's not even like, you're not playing on that level. That's not what you
That's the part.
do. That's not that $5,000 isn't $50 based off of, how much income you make. And it's like, they're only doing this, and it's only worse because your desire for a relationship is so strong. And you feel like you're so deserving that you look past all the red flags of like, this is not how things operate. And somehow made it up in your mind that, oh, I'm just different. Like I've made such an impression on this person
In 3 hours.
in 3 hours
Yeah.
that they would want to do all this for me. And it's like, that's not how it works.
Probably not real. And the I kept pointing at you when you talked about the levels thing, because there is, I am certain, a certain level of income earners, celebrity that do things like that,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because $4,000 to them is the equivalent to an ice cream date with us, right? It's just kind of the same thing. I even this might not be the best example, but Ashanti talked about like when her and Nelly got back together, like their first date to getting back together, went to dinner, like an early dinner or something, and then he took her shopping, and he told her like, you can spend 10,000 because you're not my girlfriend yet. But imagine, I mean, granted, they had a lot of history. That's why I say that may not be the best example. But if I had to bet money, he's probably done that with people that he also isn't that familiar with, because he's a multimillionaire, and $10,000 to be impressive, especially to a woman that is also a millionaire, that also has her own means. You know, it hits different, right? But the average person, even if you're meeting a man that is an above average earner, so he can afford to buy you something very nice, it's really about timing. Like, again, in 3 hours, do you like, everybody in general values their money, right? Everybody appreciates their money and values their money. There are some people that throw it away, or frivolous spenders, but in general, everybody assigns a value to the money that they're giving out, and they want something in return for it most of the time. Even if you're just being philanthropic, what you're giving that money out for is for you to feel good, for you to feel like you did a good deed. You still are getting something out of it. But in a dating dynamic, most people aren't blowing money on you just for the hell of it, right? Or just to be nice.
Yeah, and I think we have to take the term for what it is, right? Mm-hmm. It's not love missiling. Right. It's not a love sniper.
Right.
It's a love bomb.
Yes.
Less precise, bigger blast radius to cover everything it possibly could. In 3 hours, somebody buying you a Louis Vuitton purse, they ain't even know what you like, what you don't like. Yeah. If you really like it, they are doing such a grand gesture that they feel like no matter what you do like, no matter what you may dislike or may be into or not into, that what they're doing should cover the radius of what it seems like or what it looks like or feels like if somebody really cares about you and wants to get to know you and wants to build something with you. It's not precise. Yeah. It's truly in the name. It's a bomb.
It's a bomb.
It's not supposed to be very specific in how it's always presented. It's there to be so overwhelming.
Yes.
That it covers every corner of doubt that you might have that this person is not there for you.
Nailed it. That's it. When it happened to me, that's exactly what was going on. Like, it was just like hit after hit after. It was just like thing after. It was like, oh wow, this is so nice. This is so nice. And after a while, I mean, I looked up and I was just like, one, I didn't do much. I'm great. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wonderful, but I didn't do much to like actually earn this. I don't really know this person like that. I started to think like, are you doing this with everyone? Because that's what it makes me feel like, you know, and there's, I'm sure there's plenty of internet girlies out here, girlies with a microphone that's going to tell you that, you know, I'm just not used to getting anything, or girl, get your money, get your da. Listen to who you would like. But I have actually really never seen this go a good way when it is extremely lopsided. Again, when people are rich and wealthy, fine. How they play is how they play. But I was literally listening to Grant Hill and Tamia talking about like their love story. And on their first date, I was actually shocked by this, but on their first date, they went to lunch and a movie. And when they got to lunch, Grant left his wallet in the car. And he was like, what started as kind of like a mistake. Like, I didn't mean to leave it in the car, but he's like, as I realized it was in the car, I didn't go back and get it. Like, I wanted to see what she was going to do. And granted, is it a bit of a game? Yes, it is, right? Mm-hmm. But he went in there and didn't have his wallet. And when he told her, she was like, it's fine, you know, no problem. And she paid for it. And this is the first date. Now, they both are famous at this time, right? So she clearly knows.
And you know he got it.
He has the money. But imagine how many women today, Rhonda included, going out on a date with a millionaire telling me he left his wallet in the car. I'm be like, well, you want me to walk you to the car? Like, what you?
I'll wait.
I'll wait. No rush. Most
You
women.
got your phone?
Yeah, we got
y'all take Apple Pay?
Now, granted, that was in like 90 something. So
I know, but now y'all take Apple Pay?
It's on his phone. You got it. You can send me the money, then I can pay for it. Like we would be like that. And so many women would actually tell you to be that way.
Yeah.
I only share that to say that they're one of the most, I think, revered couples today, right? They've been together for 20 something years. They've been together for a very long time. No scandals, no issues. He seems to be very into her and her very much into him. But most of us would not have survived a situation like that. Most of us would have saw that as, oh, he playing, or he think I'm stupid or whatever. It's the same thing in reverse. If someone on that first date, let's say he could have done a whole bunch of things for her. They just went to lunch and the movies. The same thing me and you would do on a first or second date. But imagine if in the reverse, he's flying you to the movie theater in Dubai instead of just going to the one down the road.
Yeah.
He's taking you here. And this is the 7-course dinner that costs $2,000. It's like, are you trying to connect with me to understand who I am and like hear more about me? Or are you just trying to showboat and show off to me so that's what I like you for?
And then what do you want from me?
Yes.
Like that's what makes me uncomfortable. It's like, why are you doing all this?
Why? And why for me?
Yeah.
Again, it's not that I don't feel like I'm deserving of it, but in this moment, I can be honest and say I'm not. All you know about me is what I look like and my name. We haven't had really any conversations. It gives manipulative, like off the rip, or it gives that's all you have to offer. And at this point in my life, most certainly with the mental fortitude that I have, if all a man has to offer me is his money, he's poor to me. That if that's all how he sees himself is just cash and doing things for me, I'm saddened for him that's all he thinks that he can contribute. I have met plenty of wealthy dummies. Plenty of them. And most people will say, oh, if a man has figured out how to make money, that means he's smart. No, that means he's figured out how to make money. He could be very smart in business and very unintelligent in plenty of other things, spirituality, emotional intelligence. He could be very stupid in all those other arenas. Just because someone knows how to make money does not mean that they are smart. Some people have, stumbled into money. Some people have, not saying that they're stupid, but some people have simply just been athletes to make money. They've never had to think about anything other than how to put the ball in the court. In the bucket, how to get the ball down the field. They haven't spent time developing any other actual skill set.
Yeah. And you got to think about the position that you're putting yourself in.
Yeah.
Brie and I were watching a show on Amazon, and the guy needed help from his father-in-law, his wife's father. Mm-hmm. And her father was wealthy and all these things, and he needed, resources from him.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't mind helping you. You just owe me when I need something. Mm-hmm. And then the wife was like, don't take it. You don't want to owe my father. Mm. And he was like, I have to. And he took the opportunity. So it's like that's just a thing of like, do you want to feel indebted to somebody? Because you think somebody just freely giving you something is cool, but especially when it's too good to be true and it's something that you've been given without earning it.
Yep.
What then comes with that?
Yeah. And there's pressure.
There's an expectation, right? That they have for you. Yeah. And it's setting up for some type of control. Like that's literally what bad record deals were built off of. Upfront advances.
Cars.
Right?
Shopping sprees. Mm-hmm.
All these upfront advances to hold you in.
Yeah.
And now you can't leave because you're now indebted.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in that position. And you think, all right, record deals, it's a contract. But you, especially to be in this space, you believe in love so much.
Yes.
So bad that you fall for this, right? Mm-hmm. So you're in this position to where you feel like this could be something special. So although it's not a physical contract that you're signing, you're looking at this situation like this person is showing me an overwhelming display of love. How could I just walk away because they didn't answer their phone in 3 days?
Yeah.
Or how could I walk away if they called me out my name? Like, how could I walk away if they, you know, cheat on somebody? Cheat on me with their, you know, mother of their child or father of their child. Like, you feel indebted.
Yes, yes.
And it's like you're putting yourself in a situation that's setting you up for failure, and you don't want to be in that situation.
Absolutely. And the other side of love bombing, before we get into the framework, it is actually not just the spending of things. It is also just an inundation with all things.
Yeah.
It's an inundation with time, an inundation with compliments and doting. You know, it's an excessive expression of love. That's really the best way to put it. Everything is in excess. Nothing is paced. It is like, week one, you're my wife. I know you my wife. And listen, you hear people's stories. I say this often. Some things are better said on the back end. So when a man who's been married to a woman for 20 years tells you that he told her on the first date that you're going to be my wife, it sounds great because he's been married to her for 20 years. But when it's actually your first day meeting a man and he tells you that, it does not feel great. It's like, huh?
And the funny thing is, a lot of people who feel that don't say it because they feel like it comes off weird.
It's weird. Correct.
They'll later say, like, I knew, like, you were, I told so-and-so that, like, I feel like I met my wife.
Sierra said that about Russell, that she said that after their first date, but she said it to her best friend. She didn't say it to Russell, you know? So it is just an inundation of expression. So let's get into the framework. We got 4 T's. Tempo, transparency, testing, important there, and track record. Okay. Tempo, we just talked a lot about that. It is really about the speed in which this is happening. You're not even spending a significant amount of time getting to know one another before you're getting hit with another thing, before you getting another bomb dropped on you of like grand expressions. And be clear, the people who use this strategy most of the time do it in front of people too. They want your friends to see it. They want your mom to see it. They sending the stuff to your job. They're putting these messages even online. Be really careful of a man that's like posting you on social media or talking about you on social media and you barely know him. It's been a week. It's been 3 or 4 days. Like, it is all, again, it's all about the over expression. It's okay for somebody to express that they feel you and they like you, but when they're doing it for attention and gratitude or like being grand themselves, it's not about you at all. It's completely about them.
For sure.
Yeah.
What the song say? Take your time. What's the rush?
Baby, he's a dog. He's a mutt. Okay. Keep the song going. Shout out to Leon Thomas.
Yeah, you gotta take your time. Like I said this, I think in a previous episode, that all good things come through compounding. Takes time. Why are we rushing?
Yeah.
I don't need all of these things because that's not what's going to sustain the relationship. Like if we were, it's different. Like, you know, I might throw a dinner or something in the microwave because I'm hungry right now. This sustains my hunger for right now, right in this moment. But if we're talking about a relationship, it's like what I need to sustain this relationship ain't gonna happen in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like it takes time to build to what's actually going to sustain. We got to build this foundation. So take your time.
Take your time. Take your time. Next thing, transparency. Listen, we talked about this so much. Recent episodes, but old episodes. Actions must meet words. Words must meet actions. Do all of these things align? Because a lot of times when someone is love bombing you, there are moments, there are little things and flickers that you catch of like, that didn't add up. This thing doesn't align to this thing. Oh, I really want you to be my wife. But when you ask certain questions like, well, how do you envision marriage? With you? Okay. So, okay, how do you envision marriage with me? Beautiful, perfect, wonderful, as long as you're there. It's like, those aren't the actual answers to that question.
I've actually been love bombed before. I didn't think about that. Now you said it. It was in high school though.
I mean,
it was a little weird.
A lot of love bombing around that time.
Oh man, I definitely was creeped out by it though. It scared me.
Yeah, because it should. And the sad part is it doesn't scare everyone because so many people, and again, mostly women, are victims of this. You want to feel loved. You want to feel you. We love the fairy tale feeling. It's tingly. I don't even know how to explain it. Like where you feel like, oh my gosh, this is so whimsical and it's perfect. But fairy tales, y'all know that the book ends usually, right? And we never see what happened once Cinderella got with Prince. There's no continuation of what that story looks like. We don't actually know. But where we need to be more anchored in is the next part of the story. See, all that cute stuff up front, it's cute and it's great and it's wonderful. But is this enough to sustain what happens once that part of the storybook closes?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, we're all human, right? Yes, we are.
Yes, for sure.
We all got a good side and a bad side.
Mm-hmm.
Angel on the shoulder and devil on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me you want to marry me? You ain't met the devil yet.
Right. You don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing. You only met the angel a few times. Like, let's get in some arguments first. Let's go back and forth a little bit before you start telling me that you love me. You want to spend the rest of your life with me. Like, you don't know me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
ma'am or sir. Like, you
literally don't know me.
You don't know me at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, what if you say you've been love bombed, right? Yes. I want to ask you something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever asked them like why, and what has their response been if you ever asked?
Oh, it's always it was always just a loop back to me. Because you're beautiful, because you deserve this, because you're amazing. It's like you can't exactly argue with that because you feel that way about yourself, but it's like, but do you know that that's my story? Do you actually like know? Like that is the loop. The loop is like they just keep recentering things around you, giving you compliments, saying how amazing, how you going to change my life. I actually met a guy not long ago where I could tell was he going to love bomb through money? No, no, but he was going to try to love bomb through words and actions. And like, it just was getting weird. Like, one morning we didn't talk, like over text. That was kind of our thing literally talked to this guy for like 2 weeks. We talked on the phone in the morning for like 3 days straight. Talked over text for 3 days straight. The fourth day it didn't happen because I was focused on something else. And he sent a message like early afternoon, like, hey, missed you this morning. I was like, oh yeah, I was taking care of this. And he's like, yeah, it just was a really overwhelming feeling. Like, I felt bad because it's like we had gotten used to doing that. And I was like, I hadn't gotten used to doing that.
Well, we could.
Yeah, but like I hadn't gotten so the fact that he was calling that out so prominently, even though it was just one morning. And when he hit me in the afternoon, we connected. I could tell that he was about to be that type of person, or I would say certain things and he would be like, well, yeah, as long as I'm with you, as long as I'm doing it with you. Again, it's nothing wrong with the actual language. It is about the timing in which this language is being shared. It is about how much have me and this person actually connected for them to feel like this.
Yeah.
Most people are very fascinated with the idea of love and not fascinated with the person in front of them to determine if they want to actually love them.
Yeah. And the thing that's so interesting about it is that I'm starting to think that age plays a factor into how you perceive everything that happens too. Because when I look at probably love bombing situations, why I didn't think of certain things is like, I probably experienced some of this in college, but it was like, fun. It was like a sense of like fun, hot, heavy, like we're getting involved way too quickly than what this actually should be, right? But I think maybe the difference is that it's more of like a mutual, just like hot and heavy. Yeah. We go together real quick, but then this falls off real quick too.
Like college, the stakes are low.
Yeah, the stakes are low when it comes to that. To where love bombing seems like one-sided and purposefully manipulating somebody, but also I think at an older age, what you're desiring is different. And at an older age, what somebody is playing on is your desire for something long-term and serious.
That's it. That's it. Testing. I said this is a really important part because if you really want to kind of rule it out, all these things that you talked about should be blaring red flags.
Yes.
But if you really want to try to rule it out, test it. Introduce an idea that has nothing to do with compliments to you, money or anything. Like, let's just, I'm gonna bring a bottle of wine and some glasses. Just meet me at the park, at this park, and let's just go there and chat and talk and see how the conversation goes. If this person has a complete inability to talk about anything other than how they feel about you, or how much they want to be with you, or how much they can't wait to do nice things for you, again, if it's all anchored on you and what they feel for you, 9 times out of 10, this is complete manipulation. And again, I say go into that type of setting because it's nothing there, right? It's just the park. It's just a blanket. It's just 2 glasses and a little $10 bottle of wine, or $50, whatever you into.
You know what I would say to somebody in that situation? If you're trying to test if they love bombing you, I would say, I'm enjoying my time with you. This has been really good. But I want to ask you a question. Tell me the 3 things that really annoy you or you dislike about me the most.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't even know that if you are just in the beginning with somebody, right? Like, it's easy to say, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you're so nice. But I can tell you a lot of things about my wife that's annoying, that the struggles that she's had, that we had to go through in our relationship, some of the issues and things she had to overcome. And she could do the same thing about me because we really know each other, right? And love was a choice. It wasn't a feeling that we felt, you know what I mean? But it's like, when you're in those situations, because the negatives or the issues and areas of opportunity that somebody has shows up so much later in dating and relationships, it'll be much harder for them to even talk about those things, because how we are presenting in the beginning of the relationship is all typically positive.
Yes, it's true. And you know what another good test is? Reject something. Reject the time, reject the offer, reject it, or reject the call. But that, just if y'all used to talking all the time, every day, 2 and 3 hours a day, don't answer this time. Just send text back, hey, just busy right now, I'll get back to you, and see how they act. If they start trying to guilt trip you, like, damn, I can't even talk to my baby, or what's going on, if they have no respect of boundary, no respect of space and time, they feel like you should be all consumed with them just as much as they are seemingly manipulatively all consumed with you, that'll also be a really, really, really good test for you to see, like, you don't seem to have anything else going on other than trying to, as Dre said, scam me into this fake relationship to get whatever it is that you want out of it. So if you can't really tell, if you're not really sure, try any of those 3 things that we said. I promise you that should, like, put the nail in the coffin on what you're actually dealing with. And then last one is track record. If someone is generally generous, like they are generous with their time, money, all their things, you will see it in other relationships around them, right? But again, that requires time. You have to see how they are with other people. There's no way for you to know this in 2 and 3 and 4 days, right? So if literally all they, again, talk about is you, but you know that they told you they have a child, they told you they have parents that are in the same town as them, or they have a job, if you never hear them talking about any other part of their life, this is probably a sham, okay? My ex, who was probably one of the most generous men that I knew, while he did a lot of very nice things for me, and some of them he did early on, but not all of them. We were really together by the time he started doing some of the, like, bigger things for me. But I saw him be that way with everyone. Generous with his coworkers, his daughters, his mom, like he just strangers, he often overtipped as in gave more than the 20%. He was generous even with, like, his just compliments to people. Like, we would just be somewhere and it's like, man, you look great, guy. He just was like a good guy. So it didn't feel like, oh, this is a scam with me. This is just actually who he is. And I just am so blessed to be now in partnership with him to benefit from it. But again, that takes time in order for you to see their track record. If you have no way of knowing that, you have no way of seeing that. And the other thing is, how do they treat themselves? Like, you ever run into someone that seems to give all of their things elsewhere, but then they're a mess? It's like, I'm gonna put my mask on first. I don't know about you, but I can't pour into your cup without pouring into my cup most of the time. So if they don't seem to take good care of themselves or people around them, but they're giving you everything, also probably love bombing you. Probably love
Yeah.
bombing you.
Yeah, it's important to understand that a lot of things work in trends, right? And one of the trends that's happening in today's day and age is that because women are doing very well for themselves, which is great, that finding a man to provide and do take care of things financially is what a lot of women desire. So if I was trying to prey on somebody or trying to get a woman in 2025, what's one thing that I can give the illusion of immediately that I think would wrap somebody in, because that's such a desire for people, right?
Yes.
Is I can financially appear to be somebody who would provide things or cover things, if that is something that I can do.
Yeah.
Or like I said, it's just about picking the battles. Like you say, it could be overdoing things, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm coming over, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like, we went on our first date. I saw your car was a little dirty. Let me come over and wash your car. Let me do it. And it's like, it's cool. But met a week ago, not sure if I want you to have my address.
Not sure if we there yet.
Not sure. Like, great gesture.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
And would be happily received at the right time.
Yeah. If I told you I lived in Alexandria, you could easily have sent me a gift card to a car wash.
Yep.
That would have been sweet.
Yeah.
Or something of that nature. Also, I think maybe like doing things unsolicited too. Because like early on in our relationship with my wife, I mean, maybe this was like 3 months in, like she was moving and something happened with the movers and it was an issue with the truck. So I sent her like $350 to like cover the thing that she needed when she was moving down here. And we were talking, but we weren't like official yet. But when I think of that, it was like I wasn't like, I didn't do something unsolicited. It was like, oh, you seem like you need help.
You needed help, yeah.
And it don't even sound like you weren't even asking me for the help.
Yeah.
You were just like, hey,
you heard a need and
I'm
you
trying
supplied.
to figure this out, and I'm doing this to help you out because I care about you, and I have it to give.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to give it. I'm not expecting anything back or in return from it. So I think when it sometimes it's like super unsolicited and it's like,
yikes.
did not even
wasn't even looking
expecting
for that.
this, asking for it. It kind of makes me uncomfortable to even accept it. This is a lot. And that's, I mean, really, like we talk about bombing, like it's surprise.
It's surprise. And it's overwhelming and it feels like you can't get away from it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So green flags. A person that have enthusiasm about you when they meet you, when they're interacting with you, huge green flag. But it should be balanced. Happy to talk to you. So good seeing you yesterday. Looking forward to talking to you again. No need to jump into can't wait to marry you in 3 weeks. Like that's taking it too far. But someone should be enthusiastic about like wanting to connect with you.
I agree, Rhonda. And you know what? I don't know. I've never bought a house, but we're all familiar with the home buying process, right? If you are choosing to buy a house, what typically happens? An inspection, right?
Yep.
It should be a green flag if somebody is moving, as we said, with a certain tempo that says, I want to be sure and take our time as we're moving through this.
Yes.
I don't want to just buy sight unseen,
Yep.
right? And that's what love bombing is. It's right. It gets you excited. It's like, oh, they're willing to buy this house. And this early, like it's a buyer, they're qualified.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, the person who's like, I'd rather take my time and slow this down. I want to be intentional in how we get to know each other. Because I also want you to get to know me.
Yes.
Like, it's not like
yes.
I just have to like you. You also have to like me. And I want to make sure you have the time
yep.
to get to know me, to understand if this is something that you want to invest.
Yes. Yes. That is a respect for boundaries, yours and theirs. Like a man with no boundaries, a person with no boundaries, you don't want anything to do with them. They are a loose cannon. Also, you know what you shoot from cannons? Bombs, guys. Just hello. Clearly, red flags, intensity. Isolation. It's a huge part of love
Yeah,
bombing
they try to.
once you fall for it, right? Because now they've become your provision in every single way. You need to feel encouraged, you got to call them. You need to feel love, you got to call them. You need to take care of some financial, you got to call them. That is the next step in the dangerous process of love bombing, right? Love bombing really just is a little trail to isolation. Isolation is usually then the trail to abuse in some form or fashion, whether that's financial, physical, emotional abuse. This is why love bombing is often connected to narcissists. It is often connected to it because it's their main tool.
Yeah,
It's
and
their main tool.
it's like being in hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
and the reason why it's so easy to isolate is because once they get you in hypnosis, you start to pull away from the people who can obviously see that this does not make any sense.
Yes.
So it's like you get, like I said, hey, I just bought you this bag, $6,000. We just met a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're in the hypnosis. They've been calling you every day, talking to you on the phone. They've been doing all this. So now when your friend says, that sounds odd.
Yeah.
Like, why would somebody buy you? Now you're hating.
Right. Now the friend's a hater.
Right? The friend's a hater.
Yeah.
And then if you do make the mistake of talking about it to the guy, then he's going to further.
He's definitely going to call them haters.
Oh, man. Like, what? Like, they just don't want you to. Tell me about her and her relationship.
Oh, that's why.
She ain't happy.
Show me a picture. Please. Look at her. Look, of course she hating on you. You beautiful. Come on now. Like, I'm just doing something that these other men that got time what you didn't do.
And then the gas, like, I mean, if you want to return it because you feel like I'm not, because you feel like I'm not, being genuine and how we moving forward, and you believe that, then by all means, you can return it. Keep the 6 if you. I do whatever you want. Like, it's all on you. Yeah. Like, I don't. But I wouldn't trust that. Let's say hating, like, because I'm being intentional because I like you.
Yeah.
Because like, that's how it goes. Like, once it's like a hypnosis. Once you're in it, everybody around you can see, like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But you are in there like, oh yeah, this does. Yes, it does. And when people oppose you, right, then you start to push them away. And I've seen this happen. It's like, then you start to become, it's like, when I say it's really like a hypnosis, it's like everybody's seen those like shows and movies, whether you watch cartoons. I can't even name a specific show to where it's the bad guy and they find a way to put the good guy under their trance. And then the good guy is doing the stuff on the bad guy's behalf, right? Because they're like, caught in a little trance and all that stuff like that. That's what you start to be a defendant. Like defending their behavior.
Yep.
So what you mean? So the whole weekend, they just went ghost. You didn't hear from him at all.
Right.
He said he was busy and he had this, and then his phone got wet, and
his child was in the hospital. Well, was he in the hospital?
Like I've seen it happen so many times where it's like, yeah. But you start to push those people away. And then once you start doing that, the
people are like, fine, let it burn. Go ahead, girl, have fun.
And that's exactly what they want, because then it's just an isolation and dependence on them.
That's it. That is it, man. Woo, this is so good. I'm glad we tackled this. I don't know that we've ever really like talked about this or had a write-in about this.
Yeah.
But this is a very, very easy pitfall. That's why I say it's scary, because it's like, everything is actually okay, except the timing is not okay, right? All these things could be, you are beautiful, amazing, deserving. Yeah, but not after 2 and 3 days. So we're going to call it the slow roll toolkit that we're about to set you up with, okay? If you are in the face of this, outside of doing the testing, outside of doing a little reality check with yourself, so just some things you can just really like say to the person, like, or put in action. If the person is trying to spend out of a 7-day week, 5 and 6 days with you, keep it to 2. You just met them. It's okay to want to spend time with someone, but create a nice distance for yourself. This is just, again, to regulate you so that you are not falling into that trance and that hypnosis because you're with them back to back to back to back to back to back. One, it's just not real. And I get it. I'm a lover girl. I can't wait to be all up up and through about mine. Okay. My man, my husband, all of that. But I want to get there and know that it's solid and real. And I don't want to be blinded by that overwhelming initial feeling. I need it to be paced. So
What do they say about absence, Rhonda?
it makes the heart grow fonder. It does. You need to be able to miss the person. You know, they should also have an established life before
That
they
they don't even
meet you.
got.
They don't even have time to date you for 7 days straight. You know what I mean? Like, again, we plan on a different playing field, different level. You know, person very wealthy. Maybe they not on tour. Maybe it's off season, right? Let's say they're athlete. Maybe it's off season and they can do that. That's different. But we talking to the bulk of our community that you're not dating people like that. You dating the regular guy with the regular job, the regular girl with the regular job. Cap it at a 30-day, right? Like we talked about caps and timelines. It might feel good and maybe some of this stuff seems genuine and maybe they're not overly overwhelming, but they've done enough. After a month, really see what you know about them outside of what they tell you about you. If you learned anything about this person, do you know their mindset around spirituality or any of the things that are important to you? Like, do you understand any of their habits? Do they work out? Do they believe in therapy? Do you know anything about this human after spending 30 days of time with them? If not,
Or have they made an effort to learn anything about you?
Other than that, you're beautiful and amazing and deserving. Okay, beautiful, amazing, and deserving. And then, make sure that we talked about like soft launching and doing all that different stuff a few episodes ago. Be really careful about putting this person out there in any way. Like, make sure that your safety mechanisms are in place. Your girlfriends know who this person is and stuff like that, but not in a way of like, this is my man after 1 week. This is my man after maybe even 2 weeks. Like that's a lot in a very short period of time. So no need to go posting him online or falling into that. And even if he starts doing that to you, or, this could go both ways. But if he's doing that to you, that should be a flag to you to be like, we got to slow roll this. I'm not ready for that. That's a lot. And I just don't feel like we are there yet. So whip that little slow roll toolkit out when you feel like someone is kind of backing you into a wall to meet them where they are, right? Air quotes, because they probably also like aren't there, and then the last thing is like, just don't be afraid to communicate like, hey, I like you, and I'm feeling you, but I just feel like this is a lot. I just feel like, maybe we can just slow things down a little bit. A man who really is sincerely generous and is doing it out of the kindness of his heart is not going to gaslight you when you say that. He's going to understand, and he's going to be like, oh, I didn't mean to make you feel any way about it. I hear you, and I'll definitely adjust. And he's going to stay in the thing with you, and he's going to make you feel liked and seen and appreciated without overwhelming you with emotions and or finances. So don't get love bombed out here, y'all. No. Don't fall for it. You can't necessarily help if it's happening to you, but just don't fall for it. Don't fall. And be okay with turning some stuff down. I get it, girl. We always gonna be like, I'll take it. I need a bag. But again, at what cost?
Yeah. It's like, do you want to live in a house that was built in a week?
Nope.
Do you want to live in a house that was built in 2 weeks?
Yep.
Now think if the house was planned, materials gathered, and built in a week. That's basically what being in a love bomb relationship is.
That's like the little card house. You take the deck of cards and you like stack them up and build a house. Yeah, that's basically.
And you're like, oh, the relationship didn't work out.
Shocker.
Surprise. It was built in a week.
Yeah.
Oh, the house, I had a mansion, but it didn't sustain the first storm.
It was built in a week.
It was planned, gathered materials, and built in 1 week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No inspections.
No inspections at all. Yeah, of course. Were corners cut? Yes.
Absolutely. Every corner actually was cut, if we're being honest, and in 1 week.
You can't even get permits.
You can't.
It's just not like, but you looking at the big house and just infatuated by that and your dream of wanting to have that someday, that you're completely bypassing all the common sense that it would take for you to actually get to that point with something.
That's it. Listen, consistency is key. Okay, speed is spectacle. Be careful, okay? Be very, very careful out here.
What's that thing they told us as kids? The tortoise and the hare.
Yeah, yeah. Take your time. It's
Take your
okay.
time.
It's okay to take your time. It's okay to really want love. It's really okay to want it. And it's also okay to not want to have to wait 5 and 10 years for it. But it's not okay to rush into something where you're really not certain, especially if it's going to be forever. Y'all got so much time to do so many things.
Yeah.
Why are we speed tracking it right now? It's not sustainable. It's really not. We hope we were able to help you stay out of that type of situation.
For sure.
If you enjoyed this episode, definitely leave us a review. We love to hear from you. And if you've been in a love bombing situation, let us know. Drop some tips in these comments so that people don't get duped and don't fall for the games and the sneaky little moves out here. And be sure to follow us on socials. I'm at Ronnie Cakes.
That's Dre Smith.
And at Relationship Restored. We'll see you next time.
Peace.